Okay, so the 30-day hair detox is controversial. You have some YouTubers who are normally like smaller YouTubers who stand for this 30-day hair detox. They don't use butters and oils. They'll, brag about using only one or two stylers. They'll be down in the comment sections on people who are coming out and speaking against the 30-day hair detox. And then on the other side of that, you have YouTubers who have been around for a long time who are saying they won't even entertain this no butters, no oils challenge. They dismiss it as another trend, even though some of these YouTubers hop on all the other trends, but for some reason this one is just, beyond them. So you have like two really opposed sides. But I spent $400 of my own American money investigating this natural hair detox because I wanted to know more. If you want to learn more about the natural hair detox without making such a large investment, in fact, you can learn more about it for free 99. Keep watching. First, I want to address who is behind this 30-day hair detox. And these are the stylists at Black Girls Curls. They're Elise and Aisha. And they are primarily wash and go stylists. And I want you to give a thumbs up if you had some of these feelings when you found out like these were some stylists. First of all, not all stylists know what they're talking about. I've seen trained cosmetologists doing things that will damage people's hair, recording it and putting it on YouTube like it's nothing. So just because a stylist comes up and starts talking does not necessarily mean I agree with what they're saying or what they're doing, right? So thumbs up if you felt that way. Where were these stylists like 10 years ago? Because when I first went natural, the only thing I could get a stylist to do to my hair was straighten it or braid it. There was none of this in between styling. Nobody was willing to work with my natural texture. In fact, I stopped going to see somebody to braid my hair because they told me I needed a perm. And the third thing that I think really turns people off about this no butters, no oils challenge is like, isn't that the heart of natural hairstyling? Isn't it? Like butters and oils, like woven into the natural hair care culture. Like why all of a sudden are we not using them? Again, so with no stylists around, with stylists who didn't want to deal with our texture, why should we deal with these? Why should we even listen to anything these stylists have to say? Right? Because where were they? There's still stylists ruining people's hair. And like people have been using butters and oils successfully. So why now all of a sudden is it a problem? So if you've ever felt that way about stylists, particularly when you hear about these no butter, no oil stylists, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. When I first heard these stylists talking, I tuned them out at first because they are a little bit snarky and they do have a little bit of attitude. But I put YouTube on in the background as I'm cleaning, and one day like one of their lives came on and I just let it play out for a while and I'm listening to them. Attitude comes from a place of frustration when they have people who are trying so hard to get their natural hair in good shape, but the things they're doing are harming their hair. So that's where the attitude comes from. They've been dealing with it for years, so they're over it and they're actually not against influencers. They're advocating for consumers in more ways than one because they're showing up in their natural hair. They both wear their natural hair. They are training stylists around the country so that there are other natural stylists available, and they tell you to come as you are. Like the worst they can do to you is give you a cut you don't like. They are not doing anything damaging the hair or anything like that. So that's who is behind this hair detox. Once I figured out they were the real deal, I decided to step back and listen to what they had to say. So the next thing is, what is the natural hair detox? So the natural hair detox is a period of 30 days where you cleanse, condition, style once a week. And you're not using any raw butters, any raw oils. And the primary focus is the heaviest of the butters and oils. So no shea butter, no castor oil, no coconut oil, no eco styler. So none of those ingredients, none of those products, or no products with those in the top 5 ingredients. That is the natural hair detox. So it's eliminating the heaviest of the heaviest of the heaviest butters and oils. And there's so much controversy around it because that's what we've come to know as the things that seal in that moisture for natural hair. So that is the what behind the natural hair detox. Now, you may be asking why? Why do the natural hair detox? What is the point? And I did that as a self-reflection because for me, I don't wear wash and go. So like really, what's the point? Like I'm not really trying to hide my curls. So I don't need to blow out my hair and anything, but my preferred styles are like twist outs, braid outs, puffs, sometimes some flat twisted styles. So it was like, why would I benefit from trying this hair detox? And then after some contemplation, I ruined a perfectly good rod set to demonstrate something to y'all. So when you think of a coat, butters and oils are a coating. They are water resistant coating. When you wet a raincoat, so I did this experiment for myself, just was like over conceptualizing and me having a little bit of fun. So what I did was I got in the shower with a coat on, right? My hair is dry. When I wet the coat, guess what? My hair under it is still dry. And that's what happens when you coat your hair with water repelling ingredients. In some cases you want this. Like if you're straightening your hair, you blow drying your hair, you want to keep the water out. But then I had to examine my hair care practices. When I had a style in and I wanted to moisturize, I would pick up a spray bottle. But again, if my hair is dry and I have this water repellent coat on my hair, what am I doing? I'm not moisturizing my hair at all. I'm just wetting my coat. So, repeatedly thinking that I am moisturizing my hair by spraying it with a spray bottle and then applying the oils and butters, it's not doing anything. Like you really can't moisturize your hair properly until you take that coating off with a proper shampoo. And like I understood this at some level, but like I said, like I considered myself moisturizing my hair by picking up that spray bottle. I wasn't really doing anything to impact the moisture of my hair. I'm literally just wetting the coat. Like when I got in the shower with the coat, my hair was dry. I wet the coat, hair's still dry. And so now here comes the part where I spent over $400 getting into this 30-day hair detox and learning the ins and outs and complete and total detail. Their YouTube led me to their Instagram, and I went over to their Instagram and I listened to a few lives and I learned that they had a visual library where they kind of explain how these techniques work. So I was like, you know what? I want to know more. So I hopped into their visual library. It's a subscription-based service. I signed up for 1 month. And I'm watching the video. I'm not a wash and go girl. And I'm listening to what they have to say. And I'm watching them do things that like are different from what I'm doing. But I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. Like I put my hair in 2 braids using a foam soaking wet. Would never do that before. That was something that they demonstrated in the visual library. And I tried it, and I come downstairs, and my husband's like, oh, your hair looks good. It's like, my hair looks good? My husband never compliments me on my hair. It's like, okay, this is a thing, this is a thing. And then I also started to implement some of the techniques with products I already had on my son, my 1-year-old son. So I took a leave-in and a gel design for kids and babies, and I did it saturated in the shower, and just like coated it and like just using their techniques. It's not something I would normally do that way. But I was like, let me try it. And he's 1, so I didn't sit him under the dryer or diffuse him or anything. I just let him be. And again, like people know this. They're like, oh my God, his hair is so cute. And my husband's like, I didn't know his hair was so curly. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is working. But again, I'm a busy mom. So my subscription expired. I didn't get through the entire library, but I started implementing some of the tips and trying out some of the products on their product list. And every time I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. So then fast forward to like right after my subscription expired, they started doing a fundraiser for one of their stylist friends. They did a 30-day hair detox mastermind. So that's when I dropped the next $35. It was supposed to be an hour and a half and they went way over. So that's what I mean. They always show up. They show up for their consumers. And I appreciate that. They show up for their friends. They show up for the consumer community to get that information out there. They stayed longer than they were scheduled to answer questions. And I was like, okay, this is a thing. I appreciate it. I felt good that the money was going to a good cause. So that was the next $35 I spent. So now I'm at like $70. Then me wanted to get the complete picture. They had another fundraiser for their friends, but this time it was for professionals. So the professional fundraiser was like 200 and some change. I'll put the exact number here. I had no business in there. This really wasn't for me, but I just wanted to make sure that their message was consistent to consumers. It was also consistent to stylists. I want to make sure they weren't telling consumers one thing, telling stylists the other thing. Nope. Message is consistent. They showed up, and not only are they helping stylists learn how to style natural hair, they're helping stylists learn how to run their business efficiently. So for me, it made no sense for me to be in that class, but again, I was being nosy. But it's something that could be beneficial for people who are interested in learning about styling natural hair. If you're a stylist wanting to learn how to do natural hair, they have that. I think it's called Cut It Kinky normally, but they had this special mastermind as part of a fundraiser for their friend. So that's was almost $300. So now we're at $370. I easily spent $30 on their product recommendations. And that's how I got in so deep with this spending on this, exploring this hair detox. Now, if you want to know more about this natural hair detox, you can honestly do it for free $99. If you go through their social, if you go through their Facebook, they talk more about it. To get into the details, you can join there, see some curls for $35. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have tried this natural hair detox, if you intend on trying this natural hair detox. I'm going to try it. Even though wash and goes aren't really my thing, I'm going to give this natural hair detox a try. I also have a 3-year-old son who I'm trying not to get him like a really low cut. I'm trying to keep some of his hair. So I'm going to try it on him too, because I was heavy-handed with the shea butter creams on him. And the same thing, you know, shea butter cream, spray with a water bottle. I'm just wetting the coat. So I'm going to try this 30-day hair detox on him. And if you want to see how it goes, subscribe to the channel and I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching.